Good evening and welcome to Biz RoundUp. I'm Nadon Sirivardhana and we at our television bring you a collection of business highlights. Let's have a look at the headlines. Sri Lanka marks a historic political milestone bringing significant changes to governance. AKD government announces a cabinet of 22 members. Tea production in October takes a dip. News in detail. Sri Lanka marked a historic political milestone with the ceremonial opening of the 10th Parliament, bringing significant change to the nation's governments after over 5 decades. National People's Power MP from Gampaha, Dr. Ashok Sapumal Ranwala, was elected as the Speaker of the 10th Parliament. His nomination was proposed by Prime Minister Harini Amarasuriya and seconded by Minister Vijitha Herath. The position of Deputy Speaker was filled by NPP MP Mohammad Rizvi Saleh following a proposal by MP Nalinda Jayatissa and seconded by MP Saroja Savitri Polraj. During the session, Speaker Dr. Ranwala confirmed that Sadit Premadasa, leader of the Samak Jana Balawegaya, has been appointed as the opposition leader of the 10th Parliament. President Anura Kumara Dissanayake addressed the ceremonial sitting of the 10th Parliament's first session, delivering the government's highly anticipated policy statement. In his address, the President assured that his administration would uphold justice and equality, vowing that no one would enjoy legal immunity under his government. He further emphasized the commitment to eradicating divisive and destructive elements, stating that racist politics and religious extremism would not be allowed to resurface in Sri Lanka under any circumstances. The President's policy statement set the tone for the 10th Parliament's legislative agenda, focusing on justice, unity and inclusive development. Delivering the government's policy statement in Parliament, President Anura Kumara Dissanayake announced that the government expects to finalize a staff-level agreement with the International Monetary Fund soon. The President said that separate agreements will be signed with individual official creditors, reinforcing Sri Lanka's commitment to economic reforms and debt management. The President also unveiled an ambitious plan to increase the number of information technology professionals to 200,000 within 5 years, aligning with the demands of the global IT market. On poverty alleviation, the President pledged to enhance allocations for the Aswasuma welfare benefit payments, marking the first step towards eradicating poverty in the country. He also revealed plans for a vote on account in December, followed by a full national budget to be presented in March next year. President Anura Kumara Dissanayake met with Senior Chief Peter Brewer and the IMF delegation at the Presidential Secretariat to discuss the next steps in Sri Lanka's IMF program. During the meeting, the President emphasized the need for a balanced approach that considers the hardships faced by citizens.
The President reaffirmed his government's commitment to collaborating with the IMF to advance the country's economic recovery. He highlighted his administration's mandate to prioritize public welfare, focusing on critical areas such as combating child poverty, addressing malnutrition, and supporting differently abled individuals. The IMF delegation congratulated the President on his decisive electoral victory, expressing optimism for strengthened collaboration. However, they noted underutilization of social spending allocations in the past. In response, President Dissanayake assured proactive measures to ensure efficient use of resources moving forward. The President reiterated his administration's commitment to combating corruption by implementing stringent laws and enhancing transparency and accountability through strengthened legislative and institutional frameworks.
Stay tuned, we will return after this commercial break. Welcome back. As the National People's Power, or rather mostly known as Jatika Jana Balawegaya, secured more than 2/3 majority at the parliamentary elections, President Anura Kumara Dissanayake appointed his cabinet members earlier this week. Accordingly, 21 newly elected parliamentarians were given the responsibility in different ministries and subjects. The general election, which was conducted on the 14th of this month, ended with 159 seats allocating for the National People's Power, while the next contestant, Samagi Jana Balawegaya, was entrusted with 40 seats in Parliament. Accordingly, a simple function took place at the Presidential Secretariat this morning. Dr. Harini Amarasuriya was reappointed as the Prime Minister of 10th Parliament to be convened on 2 days' time.
හරිනි අමරසූරිය වන මම ශ්‍රී ලංකා ප්‍රජාතාන්ත්‍රික සමාජවාදී ජනරජයේ අග්‍රාමාත්‍ය ධූරයෙහි කාර්ය සහ කර්තව්‍ය ශ්‍රී ලංකා ප්‍රජාතාන්ත්‍රික සමාජවාදී ජනරජයේ ආණ්ඩුක්‍රම ව්‍යවස්ථාවට සහ නීතියට අනුකූලව අවංකව ඉටු කරන බවටද
She was also entrusted with the Ministries of Education, Higher Education and Vocational Training. JVP's one of the most senior stalwarts, Vijitha Herath, was appointed as the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Employment and Tourism.
එච්.එම්. විජිත හේරත් වන මම විදේශ කටයුතු, විදේශ රැකියා සහ සංචාරක අමාත්‍ය ධූරයේ කාර්ය සහ කර්තව්‍ය ශ්‍රී ලංකා ප්‍රජාතාන්ත්‍රික සමාජවාදී ජනරජයේ ආණ්ඩුක්‍රම ව්‍යවස්ථාවට සහ නීතියට අනුකූලව අවංකව ඉටු කරන බවටද
President Anura Kumara Disanayaka has retained the Ministries of Defence, Finance and Economic Development and the Digital Economy. The swearing-in ceremony for the newly elected MPs was held at a simple function at the Presidential Secretariat before President Anura Kumara Disanayaka, assisted by the Secretary to the President Dr. Sanath Nandika Kumarnayaka. The specialty of the new cabinet members was almost all were experts in different fields such as university lecturers, doctors and engineers. Professor Krishanta Besena was entrusted with the subject area of Science and Technology Ministry, while Professor Anil Jayantha Fernando was appointed as the Minister of Labour. Engineer Kumara Jayakodi is the Minister of Energy of the new government and Dr. Dhammika Patabandi was appointed as the Minister of Environment. Another full-time JVP member, Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa, was handed over the Ministries of Health and Mass Media. Ministries of Justice and National Integration were kept under the supervision of known lawyer Harasuna Nanayakara as elected from the Colombo district. NPP's new cabinet is comprised only with 22 members and full-time party stalwarts have also been given responsibilities. One-time Minister and former JVPer K.D. Lalkantha has been entrusted with the Ministries of Agriculture, Livestock and Land. Bimal Ratnayaka, who was taken in via the national list, was appointed as the Minister of Transport, Highways, Ports and Civil Aviation. Ministry of Industries and Entrepreneurship Development was given to Sunil Handunhetty, a long-time stalwart. Minister of Plantations and Community Infrastructure will be supervised by Samantha Vidyaratna, while Vasantha Samarasinghe was entrusted with the Ministry of Trade, Commerce, Food Security and Cooperative Development. Saroja Polraj, who represented the Mathura district, was given the portfolio of Women and Child Affairs. The Ministry of Fisheries, Aquatic and Ocean Resources will be led by Ramalingam Chandrasekhar. Stay tuned, we will return after this commercial break. Welcome back. The Ceylon Chamber of Commerce has extended its congratulations to President Anura Kumara Disanayaka and the National People's Power on securing a resounding mandate in the recent parliamentary election.
In a statement, the Chamber noted that it reflects the people's expectations for governance rooted in democratic values, anti-corruption and economic revitalization. As Sri Lanka's premier business chamber, the Ceylon Chamber expressed its readiness to collaborate with the government to achieve economic stability, inclusive growth and sustainable development. The Chamber also commended the Election Commission and other state institutions for ensuring a peaceful and transparent election process.
Now, Sri Lanka's Purchasing Managers Index for October 2024 shows encouraging signs of expansion in both manufacturing and services sectors, reflecting improved economic activity in the country. The manufacturing PMI rose to 58.1 in October, and the services PMI recorded a value of 60.3, signaling continued growth.
The manufacturing PMI increase was driven by seasonal demand and increased activity across key sub-indices such as new orders and production, especially in the food and beverage sector. Employment and stock of purchases also saw month-on-month growth. However, supplies delivery times remained lengthened, albeit at a slower rate. The outlook for manufacturing remains positive, supported by optimism for the upcoming festive season. Financial services led the expansion of the services PMI, bolstered by favorable interest rates that spurred lending activities. Sectors such as education, retail, real estate and insurance also experienced notable improvements. However, IT programming and broadcasting saw a decline, while sectors like accommodation and telecommunications remained stable. Employment in services dipped, but expectations for business activities over the next 3 months remain highly optimistic due to favorable macroeconomic conditions.
Sri Lanka's tea production for October 2024 recorded an 8% decline, falling to 21.15 million kilograms from 23 million kilograms during the same month last year. This drop was observed across all elevations.
However, compared to October 2022, the production for this year showed an 11% improvement, adding 2.16 million kilograms. Cumulatively, tea production for the first 10 months of 2024 reached 217.65 million kilograms, a modest 0.5% increase over the same period last year. Medium and low grown contributed to this gain, while high grown posted a negative variance. When compared to 2022, the year-to-date production for 2024 reflects a 3% rise, producing nearly 5.89 million kilograms more. Except for high grown, all elevations recorded positive variances during this period. Despite the challenges, Sri Lanka's tea industry continues to demonstrate resilience.
With that, we wind up for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. See you tomorrow with State of Business at 7:45 p.m. Take care and good night.